Give it a minute, guys. Let some people get in here. Just going to talk about a couple things. Been kind of radio silent for a while. So just give it a couple minutes and we'll make this short and sweet. Hope everyone's ready for a good Thanksgiving tomorrow. Spend some time with the family. I know I'm sure as heck ready for a break. What's up, Matt? What's up, Chad? Give this about one more minute and then we'll just go ahead and start. And the people that miss it can kind of catch up later down the road. This is kind of an impromptu thing, so I don't have some of the stuff set up right. What's up, Jamie? Like I said a second ago, hope all you guys have a happy Thanksgiving tomorrow. Spend some time with the loved ones. Enjoy some good food. And more than anything, relax. So, but obviously there's a lot of things that have been changing in the last couple months, as everyone's aware. So if you guys got any questions, go ahead and start dropping them so that can kind of answer them right away. But we'll go ahead and get started. So basically, a couple things I want to touch base on, guys, and one of them is obviously we're into that time of the year where sponsorship is amongst us and everything, and being that we're here at a fresh start, we're going to kind of change things up a little bit. Although I think it's part of the way the industry is working right now. The individuals themselves, the racers, they're not thinking big picture. If we continue to keep going down the route that we're going with sponsorship, tracks will end up closing. Hobby shops will end up going out of business, and this hobby that we love will just dissipate. So I was hoping that some of these manufacturers, I mean, TLR and Horizon, ironically, have jumped on and started a trend. We're going to kind of go in the same toe. We will have a factory team, which will consist of guys that we bring on. Anybody else, we will do a small ambassador team. And the way that is going to work is anyone that is put on that will be required to do certain stipulations as far as advertising, and that will be what they bring to the table for us. I can definitely touch a little bit more on it, but I just want to kind of, bring that to y'all's attention that I just think it's time that the industry takes a stand. And it seems like anybody that jumps in, they buy a car and instantly think that they deserve a discount of some sort. And it's just going to continue to grow. Next thing you know, they're going to want to get paid. And like I said, the industry will just be gone. So some are going to love me, some are going to hate me, and I am okay with either or. But I think as much as I love this hobby, I think that we got to start looking big picture and we got to start doing things correctly. So we would definitely be doing things a little bit different here at Exalt. And for those that support it, I appreciate it. And for those that don't, I appreciate you for your thoughts and whatnot. So I know another question that a lot of people have been asking is about product. Motors have shipped. Obviously, with the holidays being Thanksgiving tomorrow, um, I'm not quite sure if they will be delivered, uh, exactly this week, but they will start shipping out next week. So they have departed from the vendor and they are en route to us. And we will have a steady flow of product moving on from this point forward. So thank God we're finally out of the standstill phase and we'll start moving forward by shipping stuff out. Um, we have implemented a new point of sale system that most of our vendors and hobby shops will channel through teamexalt.com. And they will do all their ordering through that. Um, and we're, like I said, we're just trying to minimize some of the stuff. And one of the things is if we have the hobby shops go through, uh, yeah, Mike, that's not funny. Um, I know that everyone kind of points the finger at me for whatever reason for this chamfer situation. Unfortunately, I'm not going to throw anyone under the bus, but that had nothing to do with me. And unfortunately, I'm proud of what Horizon has done and step up to the plate. It's pretty sad that they got thrown this, but um, it is what it is, and they're handling it. And I myself am very I have a lot of respect for the way they handled it. So if anyone else has got any comments, they can keep them to themselves about that. I've bit my tongue as much as I can, but uh, a lot of people talk when they don't know. So, um, but that's about it. So, if you guys have any good questions, I'll go ahead and take them, and then we will get off and enjoy our holiday weekend and start back up on Monday. So, but let's see here. Looks like really there's not much question. So, but yeah, so basically, um, yeah, Leo. So we do have all the drag stuff coming. The motor's still in the manufacturing phases, so it should be coming here soon. But I haven't got an exact release date just yet. Um, but as soon as I do, we'll go ahead and post it. One cell speed controllers. We are in the process of working on some speedos. Not in a rush to drop anything that we don't stand behind 100%. So um, that's going to be probably one of the last products that we do drop. Um, but I'm sorry, I'm just trying to read some of these now. They started flying through. Um, but um, but yeah, so basically we're going to take our time on that and kind of keep pushing forward with the prototypes that we have had in our hands and keep moving forward. So um, and then Jonathan, no, Jonathan, unfortunately, I think it's pretty awesome that Little Cochrane got um, the J Concepts series to go there for Speed Weeks, but that is the same time as the Snowbirds, and that is one of the big events that I've always been a part of when I was with Trinity, and then obviously moving forward with Exalt, we will be supporting Mike Boylan and the Snowbirds group, and we will be down there in Orlando, Florida. And it just ironically just happens to fall the same weekend as the Cochrane event. So I won't be attending that one. Um, and then I did see someone ask about Ron's on December 8th. Unfortunately, um, there's several of us. You got the Worlds the same weekend as that. So I'm going to try to make it to a couple of them, but we also have a big 8 scale race. And with all the work that I've been doing, I haven't really been able to spend much time with my son, taking him to the events, and he's a big 8 scale guy. So he's been kind of put on the back burner since Wicked Weekend. So um, I will be taking him there to the 8 scale race. So unfortunately, I wish everybody the best of luck at Ron's for the 8th and 9th, I think it is. I'm not quite sure. I know it's a 2-day event. Eric Everett and Ron have built up quite an amazing event there. And if I could be in 2 places at once, I certainly would be, but unfortunately, that's just not doable. So you guys have a great time, and man, I really miss it because I love Oval. So, and Ron's is such a phenomenal facility. It's kind of hard to want to pass that one up. So, um, and then Damon Boyce asking about 8,400 and 7,500 batteries. We should have those back in stock within the next week or so. Um, we started off with smaller shipments just to check to make sure that everything was up to par with what we had tested and everything, and everything's been great so far. So we are getting bigger shipments in now. So I think we should have those probably middle to end of next week. So, and then like I said, I think we even have another shipment of batteries right on top of that. So I would definitely say within the next week or two tops, you should see them back on the website available um, and whatnot. So, Aaron, what's up? How you doing, man? Joey. Okay, so this has actually been a really good question that people have asked. So last week at the Florida Carpet Champs, which I want to throw a great job at Robbie Michaels and TJ Bradley and Daniel Chavez. For you guys that didn't attend that event, pictures don't do it any justice. It was by far one of the nicest events that I've been to. I thought that they killed it with the two-tone carpet, and it made it really easy to see the track without the pipe being involved. So hats off to them. It was a great event, had a blast, learned a lot about the motors, and that's something else that I'll kind of touch on. So I know in a couple of the videos that I've done or interviews talked about, compiling data and stuff like that. Well, what we're going to do is we are basically going to have a spreadsheet that will be accessible through the website, and it will have all the facilities that we've went to, the surface, timing, gearing, a full motorizer printout sheet, and it'll give you all the information that you need. Where if AJ or myself or anybody is unavailable on a weekend and you're having some issues, you'll be able to go to the website, access this spreadsheet, and use this to kind of tune your stuff and get it dialed into the way that we ran it. So this past weekend, that was one of the things that we were doing at the Carpet Champs. Jeff Stakowitz obviously had a phenomenal weekend. And it's hard to compete with guys like Martin Bear running stock. He showed everybody why he's as good as he is, and hats off to him and X-Ray. So, but one of the things I did just come across was Cody was asking about the 4-wheel drive stock. Would you recommend the 44 or the 5200? So, in modified, the 5200 definitely is what I would recommend for spec. I think it's going to come up to a preference, but we are actually going to do a little bit more testing with that this weekend in direct comparison from the 44 to the 52. So Cody, if you reach out to me, Sunday, I can give you the results of what we find. I do believe that the 52 is actually probably going to be the one that I recommend. Um, Although they both have their strengths and their weaknesses, I don't think you can go wrong with either or. Um, but if you hit me up on Sunday, I'll be able to tell you what we kind of find over the weekend and help you out and give you more of a concrete answer on that one, bud. Hey, Mike, what's up, bud? Do you plan on? Yeah, so Matthew was asking if we're coming out with some other stuff that we had. Um, there's quite a lot of projects that we have going on right now. So many that actually I've had to put some on the back burner just so I can start to breathe. Um, Been a lot of 5 a.m., 12 o'clock nights, and my family's kind of taken the brunt of that. So I need to enjoy a little bit of the holiday season and spend some time with them. So we're going to kind of slow down a little bit, and we got a long future ahead of us, hopefully, and we'll have quite a lot of awesome products, I believe. Um, so Ruben's asking, have you tried different rotors in the spec motor? Unfortunately, Ruben, no, we have not. What we've been testing has basically been what was left over from the submittals for Roar. So we submitted them with the rotor that was going to be the most all around best fit for the motor. And that's what we've been able to run. The other rotors have not been submitted yet. Um, we will have them submitted soon as we get the first shipment. But everything else has been submitted. All the batteries are Roar approved. Our 8 scale motor is Roar approved. And all the 10 scale and modified motors are Roar approved. So we're good there, but we just got to submit a couple more rotors on the modified and the spec aspect. And soon as we start doing some testing with those, we'll give you more feedback on that. Like I said, that was one of the biggest things that we wanted to do was make sure that you guys have all the support and help possible with the products moving forward. So with doing so, the spreadsheets originally started off just being a cheat sheet for me. So when people ask, I could kind of use it as a reference. And then one day kind of just popped in our head that if we can put this on the website for anyone to access it, I'll still have it to help anyone. But if we're not available, it will always be on the website and accessible for you guys to utilize at your convenience. So, and then when we get that up and going, if you guys have any suggestions to make it better or anything of that such, we'll definitely put those in motion and get working on that. So, um, will your 17.5 have optional spec rotor selection? Yeah, so Russell Williams is asking, I just touched on that. So we will have an optional rotors for not only the 17.5 or the spec line, but for the modified line as well. Try to keep it as simple as possible, but yet give you every option that's necessary. And as the products evolve, if we need to bring in new rotor options, we definitely can do such. So, I mean, the skies are the limits, really. But at the same time, want to try to keep it as simple as possible for the consumers as well. So, Chad Peets is asking about a pinion gear line. Um, yeah, Chad, that's something we can definitely, I mean, it's something we've definitely thought about already. Um, but there's nothing in the works as of right now with something like that. So if it does happen, it'll be a little bit longer down the road. But yeah, definitely thought about that. And I've thought about a lot of other ideas too that will unveil as we get closer. Um, I know you guys have been patiently waiting. Typically, I wouldn't do the unveiling the way we did it, but Um, a lot of people thought, oh well, these guys had this kind of planned and whatnot, and obviously with the time frame and sitting around twiddling our thumbs now, kind of shows that there was nothing in motion. We kind of just picked up and started off when things kind of went sour. So once again, I apologize for the delay. We will see these soon. Like I said, they should be starting to hit our shelves as far as early next week. Um, and then we will start distributing them out to hobby shops, vendors, and such from there on. So let's see here. Rodney's asking about tires and bodies. No, definitely no plans there. um, J Concepts, Proline, Raw Speed, Leadfinger, and I apologize for anyone else I didn't remember. True Form, all those companies, they're doing a great job with the bodies. We'll let them stick with that, and we'll stick with the electronic side of things. Um, and then Joe Finn, are you coming to Michigan for? Joe, that's up in the air as of right now. I kind of got to look at the schedule and see. I got with Mike, and he asked me if we'd be interested in doing such. And from the pictures, the facility looks amazing. Talking with some friends that race there, sounds like that's an amazing facility. So it's definitely one we want to try to make it to. The end of the year was definitely quite busy. The last 4 weeks been on the road, doing a little bit of everything from carpet to dirt, oval, um, and to some 8 scale. So, and then we've also obviously got the Hoosier race coming up at the first of the year, and then right from there the Chili Bowl, and got snowbirds as well at the beginning of February, end of January, somewhere right in that time frame. So I got to kind of map out um, our events already committed to before I promise to be at that one. But if I can make it, most like if I can make it, most certainly will be there. Like I said, Mike's got a nice facility, and I definitely want to be there to support him. Uh, what's up, Dave? Chris, I see you're back in town. I know you were overseas visiting family or just sightseeing. Glad to see you back in the States. Kyle, go. Um, so, Tim, if you actually go to our website, we do have a Mud Boss battery available, and it does fall under the specs of the rules, the 52 50C aspect. So if you go over there and check it out, they are available um, and in stock right now. Son Anderson, what's up, buddy? Shane Abrico, long time no see. Bobby, thank you so much. It's been it's been a nice uh, this whole process has been a lot of new experiences, and it's actually been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of work, but it's been a lot of fun as well. So I apologize, my voice. I am extremely low on energy. Um, okay, Joey, thank you so much for sharing that. But yeah, I mean, one of our biggest things was, like I said, guys, was getting the products here in time to make sure that they're ROAR approved before um, the event. When you go to these events and you're actually there in person and you talk with the officials, you're kind of privy to learning the new rules and such. If you don't go to the events, well, I mean, I guess you're just behind the 8 ball. But we wanted to definitely make sure that we followed within the rules, that they've lifted some of the compliances as far as having 200 motors. soon as we got the approval that the motors passed Roar inspection, we went ahead and lifted the or instructed the manufacturers to go ahead and proceed forward with the spec line, and whatnot moving forward. So that's why they're already approved. And like I said, that's what we've been utilizing the last couple of weeks in the events that we've attended, being Masters of Dirt and then the Florida Carpet Champs. And then in between that, I was also went and tested some 13.5 oval at Little Cochrane for their turkey race that they had. And the 13.5 really impressed me a lot in that. I've never really done much spec oval. Anytime I do oval, it's always been modified. So I was very impressed with how the motor performed in the spec 13.5. Yeah, and some of the things are kind of repetitive with what a lot of the manufacturers have as far as offerings for battery sizes and such. One of the things that I always wanted to do was obviously I'm really good friends with Max, and he's one of the best out there in the dirt oval scene. So I worked with him to figure out an exact battery size and weight to accommodate what the needs were that he was looking for, along with some other racers. And we have a fat shorty that is exactly to the weight as requested. And I think that that's going to be a great option for the dirt oval scene. And then AJ being a avid drag racer and just RC enthusiast, him and his group of buddies, we have worked with them and we came out with a drag battery that I think is right up there with the best of the best. And we have continued to keep working, moving forward. But realistically, right now, it's more so just been trying to get all of our ducks in a row with everything else that's still left to do. So, Jason Burke, great to hear about anything's coming. Purchase. Jason, I really appreciate that. The support that a lot of you guys have given has been the strength to keep us moving. I'm sure there's times where AJ and I want to kill each other, but we just kind of keep pushing forward and keep moving forward. So, so David's asking this gearing chart. Okay, so David, so basically the chart that I'm talking about, it's not going to be necessarily a gearing chart. What it's going to be is it's a data sheet that actually one of our guys has helped with. Mike helped make a spreadsheet that's going to consist of all the data that the motorizer gives as far as current, your phases, your amp draw, all that, your Hall sensor deviation for A, B, and C, along with the track that you're attending. I will see if we can get that up and available sometime next week on the website. I haven't really been worried about getting it up there right now because obviously don't have the motors to even worry about that right now. So, but I'll see if we can go ahead and get what we've got done up there. And like I said, we'll just continue to add to it moving forward. So you guys have the best of both worlds with all the information at your disposal. So Kyle, cool office. Yeah, Kyle, thank you very much, man. It was absolutely hard to find an office, and this one it's perfect, but it was definitely not one of the ones we originally were looking at. But it ended up being a perfect facility for us. So. So this weekend, Jeff Dager might be running our motor. I just got him some the other day, and unfortunately, I'm not sure if he's got to do much testing with it. But unfortunately, um, I've had to keep hold of majority of them to utilize for the off-road Florida Carpet Champs. But it will be ran at the off-road version of the US Champs. So, and then, like I said, we should have them next week where we could start shipping them out and get them in the hands of all you guys. Um, so Russell's asking about a bearing puller, a bearing tool, and ceramic bearing. So we do have, like I said, with a little bit of the downtime we had, um, we have uh, a ceramic bearing that we offer. It is available on the website. It is a very good quality grade 10. Um, and basically got a little bit of everyone's bearings and got with our vendor and kept testing different bearings. And we've got these ones that we're very pleased with. They're double metal shield. We got away from the rubber, um, and they are up there on there, and you can get them at any time. Sorry, these messages just keep flying in. And see, what about numbers happening issues? Yeah, so Cody asked a very good question here. So he's asking as far as making sure that there's no issues with motors when they're made. Yes, I have definitely got with the vendor, and we've got a system in place um, to eliminate any issues that could possibly happen. Um, and I have reiterated on several accounts that that the biggest thing I want to do is just make sure that the product quality is up to snuff, and um, you guys have a solid quality product in your hands. Um, Paul, I'm not quite sure. Are the servos going to have different lengths? Are we? I'm sure you're talking about different length wires. They don't as of right now. We kind of stuck with on the 10 scale, the shorter version, but it has been brought to my attention that for the dirt oval um, and for the guys that like to run the shorties in the 8 scale, the wire is definitely too short. So we are working to come out with one with a little bit longer wire as well, but nothing available at the various moment. Um, Ruben's asking about the motorizers. So obviously there are other manufacturers out there that do sell and carry the Motorizer products now. I have talked with Motorizer, and we will be carrying the products here at Team Exalt as well. And once I have a little bit more information on that, I will let you guys know. ESC with a part running switch. Yes, Josh. So to your question, as far as the switch, that is one of the upgrades that we are working with them, or I should say, worked with them on, and it is an option. So as soon as we have them, I will do a video and I'll show you guys what it is that we have to offer. Russell Williams. Yes, Russell, that's something that we can definitely look into. I will. I'll save this and I will keep it so that we can do something in the future. What is this? AJ Marasco. If there's a stock driver that would put. So we have a little running joke here, but I'm not going to answer that, AJ. Dan, happy Thanksgiving to you, sir. Yeah, Josh. Hopefully, like I said, as soon as we get moving and kind of get things running here normal, we'll start hitting different venues and different areas that we haven't touched on or attended just yet. So Russell Williams, Brendan Schimmel. I'm not really sure what you mean by that. Stack two, yeah, Jeff Stackowitz. He Once the whole thing went down and him and I were talking, I kind of told him what the big picture plan was going to be. So he kind of jumped on. So Jeff's been with me from day one, and I appreciate Stack very much. He's become a very close friend of mine, and I appreciate his support more than he knows. Yep. Congratulations, Matthew. I don't think I've got to tell you yet, but Matthew Grimes did just recently get married. So congratulations to you, sir. Um, hope you treat that woman like a little princess. I'm sure you will. As the cabinet, AJ Zales. I'm not really quite sure what you mean by that. Ray, I appreciate the support. Oh, Joe Finn, that's the question that everyone should ask. Smoked or deep fried turkey? Has anyone ever tried smoking a deep fried turkey or deep frying a smoked turkey? That's a real question. I'd be kind of curious to see how that would taste. Brian Elkins. I asked for questions and you guys definitely started spitting them in there. Ken, I appreciate it, buddy. Hope to see you at the track. Ken Shriver had one of the nicest facilities for an outdoor track or indoor track of any such. And he's moved on and got out of RC, and we miss that facility deeply. But Ken, I really appreciate everything, sir. Mike, Tony Cheatham. Yeah, once again, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. This year's kind of went by extremely quick. It's crazy. Seems like July was here, and now we're going into the holiday season with Christmas approaching quickly. Yeah, Aaron. So I kind of touched on it earlier. I'm not sure if you heard. So the Draculix drag motor, the motor is in production. I will get with the vendor and see if I can get more of a solid ETA. I'm speculating sometime January, but I will get a ETA and update everybody. Yeah, I think that's really about it, because now it's just a bunch of my buddies just poking at each other. But no, in all seriousness, guys, I really do appreciate the support. Like I said, this whole scenario could have been worse, but everything happens for a reason, and I do believe the future is bright. And without the support of all you guys, it wouldn't be as easy as it's been. But you guys are the best, and I genuinely appreciate all the support. And anything that we can do to improve anything for the future or come out within the future that you would like. I'm always all ears. And like I said, I mean, um, I love this hobby. I don't want to see this hobby go away, and so therefore there was some things that I was in the works on doing when I was still at Trinity, and then when everything kind of went the way that it did, it kind of changed that I changed the way that I was going to proceed with sponsorships moving forward. Um, and I didn't quite frankly get to continue going in the direction that I was. It will be something that we will pick up and move forward with. But for the current situation, um, the uh, the racers that I am in touch with, they will be informed of exactly how everything works. But there's something to be said about a racer nowadays. When I see them and they're not sponsored, I pat them on the back and tell them I appreciate them, because um, the problem is we need the hobby shops around, guys. And even if you're sponsored, go to the hobby shop, support them, um, because without them, we have no industry. And my son loves doing this, and I'd hate to see this go away. Um, and I just appreciate everything. So I do appreciate everything you guys. I'm sorry, what's this? Did you still plan on sponsoring? So yeah, Matt, I would say just hit me up, and we'll discuss something. The Trinity team, the guys that stayed, I commend you. One of the things about sponsorship that I thought was a good thing was teaching kids when they make a commitment to stick with it. Um, and Unfortunately, some guys stuck it out, and some guys did not. But Everybody has their reasoning for their decisions that they made. So I'm just glad that it's all behind us now. We're moving forward, looking in the future and not thinking about the past. So I do appreciate everybody. Um, and We'll do maybe on the next video, we'll do something as far as showing you guys the office once we actually have stuff on the shelves. And if you kind of see, um, we kind of created a new thing. So we'll be going back to the social media videos, and we're going to call it Power Hour. It's going to be 60 minutes or less of segments that we discuss things that we either have done for certain aspects of the racing, and anything that we can do to help you guys out enjoy this hobby and make your cars faster. So I'm kind of lost my voice, so we're going to go ahead and end the video now. But I will go back and touch on any questions that I have not. And Once again, I appreciate you guys very much. Everybody have a happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your family, and we'll see you guys soon.